But Scott's leaving Sydney and moving to New Zealand whether his house is ready or not.
It's funny, my friends are far more worried about me moving to New Zealand for all those lack of things that I love, for the galleries, the restaurants, the bars. And it's never ever scared me. It's never ever worried me. Those things are nice, but are they really important? For me, they're opt-in, opt-out.
Hello. Hello, hello. How are you? Hi, I'm good.
What's the worst thing that can happen? I'll just sell the house and move back to the city if I really decide I can't live there. But I don't think that'll happen. I'm confident. This feels like it's something I should be doing.
Don't go! Stay in Sydney! But stay in the house. Cheers, guys. Darling. Yes, sir. I'll see you over there anyway.
It's going to end up a really happy story. I think it's going to be a good chapter in my life, this one.
By midwinter, Scott's home is still not watertight, and it's months behind schedule. But Scott has taken a leap of faith and moved to New Zealand with his dog Skippy. He's dossing down at a friend's house in Auckland City while he waits for his home to be finished.
The house is uninhabitable at the moment. You can't live there, and it's overdue. So we've no idea when the house is going to be finished, and I need somewhere to stay. I'm basically homeless.
He is welcome here for as long as he wants to stay.
Yes, that was the right answer. That was the perfect answer. I'm so glad I'm back in New Zealand. This was part of the 10-year dream, and I'm so glad I'm here, over the moon. Happiest boy in the world at the moment. Well, I will be when the house is finished.
But the obstacles are stacking up on site. Not only was the cladding late, it's proving to be a painstaking job fixing it to the unusual angles of Scott's house.
There's a huge pressure to get this finished now. We've got unpredictable weather, especially being in the valley with, the beach right there. High winds making it difficult for us to even bring a piece of material up here. And obviously the builders need to get it all closed in so they can continue. With this, there's been a lot of challenges. You don't have a straight line to go off. You just got to make it work. You got to stretch, shrink, and customise everything along the way. Just a lot more of a challenge and more time-consuming.
There are also hold-ups with the joinery. Sloping exterior walls on a house in a high wind zone call for some phenomenally strong windows.
At this stage, fingers crossed, this large piece of glass is coming in. It's been rejected twice because of blemishes in the glass, so it was had to go back to be remanufactured. And this is the third attempt.
Everybody ready? Yep. 1, 2, 3. All good. Small steps.
I believe it weighs getting up towards 400 kilos, so it's not a light piece of glass.
Watch these planks. Ready there, just easy down. We do big squares like this, but not usually on a lean of 20 degrees. Makes it a little bit more awkward when placing the glass in the frame. Easy down. So everybody on the inside, please. Apart from Joel.
You all good?
1, 2, 3 and up.
Yeah.
Are we over the pipe?
Yeah, we're over the pipe.
Easy in.
Good stuff. We're in? Yep.
Think it's job. Easy back. Nice. It's the second biggest square that we have done, but it's not the biggest window that we've done. We've done plenty of windows that are way bigger than this, but they usually got more vertical breaks through them, which makes the glass a lot smaller. It's great doing these sorts of builds. It's better than a lot of the standard homes that you get to see, and working on something like this is quite a good experience for us all.
Scott's builders are doing all they can to get his house closed in and prevent any more hold-ups. Meanwhile, Scott is fixing his eye on the details. Today, he's meeting an Auckland supplier to discuss kitchen cabinetry.
We're identifying pieces of Western red cedar veneer that I can use in the kitchen, because solid wood's too expensive and you can't get the grain to match. So what I'm after is a really nice veneer that will make the kitchen look really consistent. in the space.
So we have sequential sheets of veneer here that will match from panel to panel to panel, right across those faces.
Fantastic.
And then we have some backs.
That's what I was after, the consistency. It looks fantastic. The kitchen's gone over budget by quite a lot. It's actually going to be, instead of being a kitchen, it's actually going to be a centrepiece of that part of the room.
Scott's commissioned an extravagant bespoke kitchen with an unconventional blue steel bench top that echoes the shape of the house.
This is where it's starting to come together. This is where the attention to detail is really starting to show. I could have just let a random patterned cedar go up there, but it's that kind of thing. I thought if I can be involved with it, I'd like to be involved with it. Beautiful. I love that.
At 145 square metres, Scott's house may be tiny, but he's adamant that it will be perfect in every way. However, his passion for perfection and variations to the original plans are now putting pressure on what has always been a tight budget.
The sort of main issue we've got at the moment is the price of the kitchen. And because that's at the moment what I'm seeing is that we're 20 grand over what we'd allowed for originally, including the contingency.
Today, he's meeting with architect Paul and builder Steve, who are trying to keep his spending on track.
So we only had 19,620 for the kitchens, bathrooms, cabinetry. And then at the moment we've got a kitchen price at 32. So we're a wee way away at the moment. And I'm definitely not making excuses, but you think about the island bench originally, we were just doing it as a rectangle and then it evolved into, which I think is right, definitely right for building. So there's definitely some additional cost.
Oh, look,
with that. But you know, at the
it's
end
not
of the
about
day,
the cost, it's about what the best thing you can for the money you got, you know, and that's never, I'm not bothered about the saving money on the design of this thing. I'm more worried about how to pay for it.
Yeah.
You know?
Scott's not one to make any compromises, but he's borrowing almost $750,000 to build this house. On a single income, he could be paying that back for a very long time.
680 plus GST. So what's plus GST on that again?
680.
Yeah, 680 plus GST, because that's what I'm going to have to pay from the bank.
782.
2, okay.
Which is, well,
Do we need a kitchen?
A month after Scott's arrival in Auckland, his house is still not finished, but it is tantalisingly close. It's looking really, really beautiful.
It's great, isn't it?
But I'm worried that to achieve his dream, Scott is getting himself into nightmarish debt. He may need to make some sacrifices to make sure this house doesn't bankrupt him.
I'm hearing now a new set of challenges coming up very, very quickly, and that you're going to have to make some tough choices. I know how sharp your eye is.
Yeah.
This is a sculptural object.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Isn't it smart then to say, let's have a few less beautiful things and just choose which ones?
Yeah, I'll be forced into that.
So which ones are they? What's happening with the fireplace?
The fireplace, so the fireplace was made in France, and that's been sent over and that's arrived in the country. It's going to look stunning, but it is really expensive. I could have bought a car.
You could have bought a car instead?
I could have bought a car instead.
So if we got rid of the fireplace, that would really help. Then you'd have a car,
yeah.
or at least a kitchen.
Yes. I've spent such a lot of money getting to this stage that I just don't want to scrimp.
Right.
I don't want to put in things that look bad.
I thought you had run out of money and that you needed to be making some tough choices here.
I do, but the tough choices so far are which credit card to put it on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've not stopped spending because I need to see the project through, and there's no cash left in the bank for me. So, but I can't put the project on hold. I'll have no furniture. I'll have no kitchen. So I need to see it through now. I'm in too deep.
This house means absolutely everything to Scott. It's an artwork, it's his legacy, and it embodies his new start in New Zealand. For all these reasons, Scott just doesn't want to compromise. But the money is running out, and something has got to give. But of course, his house still needs lights and furniture.
The things I like cost a lot of money. I don't know why that's in my DNA. I wish I had cheap taste.
So this is the Cameron Fogo. This is what we've got on order for you.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Usually it's about 6 to 8 weeks, but with your leather we did have to get that in. So
Right.
there was an additional sort of 2 weeks in that. But yeah, 6 to 8 weeks is what we commonly work on.
Perfect, because we're
How
6
far
weeks
away?
away.
6 weeks away.
Well, it was 4, then it's 5, then it's 6. So we're about 6 weeks away now.
Yeah.
In terms of compromises, no, I haven't made any, really. Why? Because it's been 2 years in the making, and I just think we're so far in now, beg, borrow or steal the money to complete it. I've got to see it through now, to the end. I'm determined to do that. I'm determined not to compromise. There's no way I'm going to put crappy furniture in a house like that.